But even then, our own fucking quests in our own game, still kind of be playing together. You know what I mean? But no, really. Probably gonna lose Medicaid. I thought I was gonna lose it, but then I got something in the mail saying I was approved. And then I got something in the mail saying that I'm making too much money now. And I need to... So, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's where I was with Domino's. I had to get like CICP or something in Colorado or something or other. Insurance,
Yeah.
Which is like the next step up, and it's like fucking, instead of like $2 copay at the doctor, it's like 40.
That's fucking shitty.
It goes up so much.
Well, I could afford it, you know. It sucks, but I can afford it.
I just say,
what sucks is I have to go to the doctor once a fucking month, and that's bullshit. That's so expensive.
Why though?
Like in a year, because I have to get my medication.
You can't just
What?
call them and tell them to send a refill to the
Nope.
thing?
You can't, because they have to get vitals and shit, and they have to ask you a list of questions every time.
Let me know when you're in the stream.
What'd you say?
I said, let me know when you're in the stream. I sent it to you.
Oh, you have it up? Okay, let me go get my phone. I ordered a bunch of fucking underwear on Amazon.
I've done that.
I got like the sports shit.
You get the stretchy ones that are kind of long.
Yeah. Yeah, that hug your balls.
They're the best ones. Can't do ones that give you a wedgie because they're too loose. Or fucking... the ones that like soak with sweat, you know.
I almost got a thong.
Sexy.
Did you know Tom Cruise does his stunts in thongs because it's maneuverability? I'm just like, okay. Wayne Brady.
This is my character, and that's in a second since it's going around.
I think I've seen... Didn't we see gameplay for this at E3?
Probably. This has been a pretty highly anticipated game for a while.
Yeah. And I remember somebody mentioning Breath of the Wild.
There's some videos. So, like, if you play Assassin's Creed Odyssey, especially because it's like, what,
I don't think... How much is the game? It's like a flagship. It's an A game, right? What do they call it?
Triple A.
Yeah.
Like big budget.
Yeah, it's a big budget game, right? So you paid $60 for it?
Not only at 60, it's on sale. PlayStation right now for like 35 or 40 for the base game, which is what I got.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the dungeon thing that I have to do.
My PlayStation budget is $40 a month, and I used it on Call of Duty. That was like $100. Now I have $20. So, maybe. Or I can put that aside for
That's probably the best decision to do.
No, I'm probably just not even going to spend it. I'm just going to leave it there, and then there could be some game that I really want to get. Or something that goes on sale like crazy that I always wanted to play, and it's like $5. I wouldn't be able to think of anything. I'd have to see it. There's a ton of games. Like Resident Evil 2 Remake, if that was fucking $10 or $15.
That's because I know you know. Have you played it?
No, but I don't know if I could dig because of the animation style.
It's so good, and the story, and oh my god. So many people
Sure, if
talk
I
shit about
played
that
it.
game because, like, you get to one spot, like, not that far after playing it a couple hours, and it's like the ending. But they don't realize that if you play again, it goes past the ending, and it's like 10 times longer. It's like part of the story at the end.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I saw that in
People were like, that's shit as fuck. I'm like, did you play past the ending?
10 times where you were surprised at the ending of your favorite game. I thought it was number 1. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. Speaking of liking and subscribing, when I get tired, I like to subscribe to my bed, which is the mattresses from blah blah blah. That's Ben Shapiro. He advertises mattresses and he fits it into his random political rant. It's so fucking funny. And he does it like openly ridiculous. Like, here's an example. Bill Clinton, when he was in office, was just getting a ton of head. You know what else gets a ton of head? My pillow. When I get the best sleep on everyone's just like, so what's going on in life now? It's been, how long has it been since I've been active? Like months, right? 3 maybe? I popped on once or twice to play Call of Duty. Well, I hopped on, we played Dark Souls, I give you guys a ring, and then I hopped on like 2 more times to play Call of Duty and Dark Souls after that, but I've just left my fucking game running and invited whoever whenever I would look up and someone was on, which wasn't very often.
Yeah, I'm like, I need to class Dark Souls, but it's frustrating because I can't just go and do the shit I need to do because
it's just like all I fucking have. It's all I have is that you could play with me.
I guess Call of Duty.
You could play Call of Duty.
You
I
have
can't
World,
right now because I don't have time.
do you have World War II? Did you get that when it was free?
I did.
Then I could have been hopping back into that.
We could play a couple rounds tomorrow, probably. No, fucking. I might be able to. If you can be there at like 9 o'clock on the dot, we can get like
Right,
some
right.
matches. And that's 9 o'clock. Because I gotta do a bunch of shit and then we can play for an hour and then crash out and cry. What's Lolo doing? Is he still hanging out with douchebags?
The other David Roller?
Yeah. I think he was playing Rocket League with him today. Because I can tell, because he'll leave that party, join my party and go, I'm in a party.
Oops. That David doesn't play a whole lot of Rocket League. No?
Well, every time I invite Logan, he's like, what? Like, I don't know, dude, what's up? Like, I don't fucking know. I invited you because you're on. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What do I want? I don't know. I just ding-dong did.
Yeah, he's like usually.
Watch me whip. Watch me nay. But dude, my brother came to town and he wanted me to go to Red Rock with him and Colorado Springs and shit. And for one thing, I'm adjusting to switching graveyard shift. For two, I wanted to fucking play some goddamn games. And the first time I had it in a long time, I didn't want to go hiking 10 miles with him around. But anyway, I could have. And I was like, no. Fuck you and your peak pipe. You've been up there, right?
Like peak, yeah.
Yeah, fuck you and your gondola. I've never been up there. Just I don't see a point. Mountain. Cool.
You get up there, your legs wet. So go home.
It seems like a lot of time to... Because every time they've gone to do it, I'm gone. Fucking forever. To ride a little gondola up to the top and look around. Are there hookers up there? So show me like your weapons. Like go through your
I don't have much for weapons.
Menus. Well, like go through your menus and just show me what the screens look like. Oh, okay, that's cool. There's the sword. As I said, you were already
collecting much. I'm working on getting all the wings. I only have one set of wings left, and I got all the mounts. I have to get. Like,
are there a shitload of unique items in this game?
Yeah, which is
Say that again?
But yeah, it's kind of annoying for trophy hunting. I'm not gonna have a lot more than I do because I'm doing everything. I just like fight people for it and then go from there.
Well, are there hundreds of weapons, or are there?
No, there's maybe like a couple dozen left.
Okay.
There's plenty around.
You know how many fucking weapons are in Dark Souls 3?
You know?
Like 300. Ridiculous. But that's because you can infuse them like in different ways. So if you take all the weapons times 7 different infusions that you can have for them, that's probably like 500. I don't know. I'm not gonna do fucking math on it because I don't know how many there are. I started making a list of what I was missing, and I got to like 6, and I think I'm only missing 6 weapons. But that's just 6 of them plus 10 non-multivariate. Because if I ever want to use a certain infused weapon, like if I ever wanted to use it, I could just go make it.
Just puzzles and learn this shit.
How is dominant?
It's kind of whack. Michael's leaving. Yeah, and they're thinking about getting rid of labels.
They're thinking about what?
Getting rid of labels. You know, the labels we put on the boxes. We're telling them to them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those things are fucking... Not that they're stupid. I just think that there's probably a much better system.
It's the best they got, honestly, because what they want to do is they want to have not prequel boxes anymore. They want to like fold the box, and then someone's getting like folding box, folding it in boxes, so what the order is. And then,
oh, so everybody just folds their own box when they are uncut, and they're
no, there's somebody like
together?
there's somebody standing there reading the orders that are coming through and folding whatever box they're doing. So they're just
Wait,
gonna be like
so somebody's
folding
ringing the
like
order
crazy.
up, and they're getting the boxes ready specific to the order. So the person who's ringing it up.
No, there's someone standing there looking at the orders that just came in and then boarded.
Oh, okay. So the folder is back there, kind of peeking at the cut order.
They're just completely getting rid of that section. To place the boxes on section.
Really?
It's just gonna be flat between there and the section. It's gonna pull the boxes in flat. So,
You know it's gonna fuck everything up.
it really is.
Nobody's gonna do it right.
And then since they're
Nobody's
gonna have
gonna
any
know what.
labels, they're gonna have the receipt over there. They have to read off of like an actual like restaurant. Which is gonna be stupid because they have no time.
I don't understand why receipt. Well, I don't understand why that paper still exists. Haven't we moved? Yeah, like we go through so much goddamn receipt paper, and almost everybody just fucking throws it away.
It all needs to be electronic at this point.
Yeah, and if somebody wants a receipt, you offer to send it to them via email, and you hit one button, or you text it, and it's integrated. You type just the phone number into a POS. Because why are there fucking receipts floating around? Why isn't that on a screen, nice and organized, and traceable through data analytics? And if somebody wants a paper receipt, okay, you go in the back, you bring out this fucking dusty ass typewriter. Give me just one moment. You start cranking something on the side.
Oh my god.
You print the receipt.
That would be pretty funny. Fuck this fucking thing.
Dude, I think these pants are too big.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't have a button. Oh shit. I'm just kidding. Anything chewy, probably on flat. That's one of my dad's.
That's us.
Yeah. He's just having like really bad bladder problems. And it's probably something super serious that's gonna hit him and kill him really. We just don't know what it is. But they gave him antibiotics and they did a bunch of shit. He's just becoming incontinent, but he's not paralyzed, and he's not incontinent because it's deliberate, but he can't make it to the pan. And he's so fucking old. And my dad gets mad at old cats. I just take him to the pound. Let him down. Oh, why do I... we'll never get cats again. Like, why the fuck are you saying that? You're holding your sick cat. You just, like, pet him and be like, yeah. But he's not... He doesn't seem unhappy. It's just becoming a problem. I'd say half of his urine in the bucket. But they never watched him, and my dad has those motion-sensitive cameras in little places to catch the spots that he pees so he could go clean it. It's kind of funny, right? Well, there's really only 2 spots that he needs. But he's got him there. Dude, I've been losing weight because work has me on my feet hustling around all the time.
I'm actually. I'm not giving it.
What did you say?
I've been saying, but not to the list. I'm doing like a diet.
Dude, you're always slim. You could gain 40 pounds and you'd still look slim.
No.
Dude, I gained from the skinniest I ever was to the fattest I ever was 150 pounds difference. I almost hit 300 pounds. I was up like 270, 280. And now I'm down to 200 again.
I think I got up to like 190.
Yeah, you skinny fuck.
Oh, God.
Aren't you 6 foot?
No, I'm like 5'10".
Oh, okay. I got 2 inches on you.
Yeah.
And a hell of a lot more dick. Just kidding.
No.
Did I tell you why they took me off fucking shift? Did I tell you about the problems I was having at work?
Okay.
Okay, so my GM tells me this is what needs to be done at this time in order for us to be compliant. And I'm like, okay, crystal clear. I get that. That makes sense. To be in compliance, we need to do this, and it needs to be done by this time, and we need to try our best. Then my shift manager comes in. My general manager is there overnight. My shift leader comes in, and he doesn't really fucking care do anything. It doesn't help us get to being compliant. And then my general manager doesn't get in until 7 in the morning, but our deadline for compliance is 6. So that hour we're in non-compliance, and we end up all working together to get in compliance, and our general manager shouldn't come into a non-compliant store. That was the point he was making to me, and that's what he was telling us over and over again. And I would tell him, I'd make a suggestion, like, we definitely need to do this so that we can get this done on time. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll try. We'll do what we can do. Okay, well, the only way that's gonna happen is if blah 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 blah, because this. So can we make that happen? Well, we'll have to see. Okay, do you have any suggestions on what we can do, or should I just focus on my thing? Just do your thing. Copy that. And then it turned into, John, I don't have time to do that. And that was bad. And it was pretty loud. It was louder than that, but it was in that tone. And it was because the whole place was fucking trashed. We were 2 hours behind. And the next shift wasn't going to be able to do their job, which meant, because it was so trashed, they'd have to pick up after us. And that means that they would be behind, which means the next shift would be behind, which means I would come in and be behind, most likely. And it's already fucking hard enough, so I'm fucking trying. And he's pulling me away to show me something about the lottery machine, which is only open for like 2 hours of our shift. And he's trying to show me something on it that I don't care about because I'm never going to have to do it. So I told him I didn't have time, and he insisted, and I just walked away from him.
Cool.
And then it turned into me recording shit because I'm like, I told my general manager, I don't know what you want me to do because I try to make an effort and then it comes in and it's falling apart. Well, all of this is 100% clear to your shift leader. I don't know what else I can do. What is he not doing? But that conversation is so long. Well, this needed to happen at this time so that we would be able to get this done. And that didn't happen because nobody was paying attention. And there's 3 people on the shift and I can't be the only one watching the clock. It's fucking... But anyway, I ended up just in conflict with them because I kept being told that we were in non-compliance and that I needed to do everything that I could and let them know. Oh, if they need a reminder, you know, because they don't know what you know. You're running your side. They might not know what's going on. You just be clear with them. They know what the expectations are. And it ended up sounding like I was trying to boss them around, which kind of, because I'm not trying to boss them around. I'm telling them that if you're not doing this, you're being insubordinate. Or you need to come up with, you need to tell me that my plan is dumb and I got it taken care of. We're good to go. So, they pulled me off the night because I can't work with people who don't have the same goals that I have. And I come in I come in 3 hours before the end of the overnight shift, because the overnight shift ends at 8 a.m. So for 3 hours, I get to come in and do everything to keep us in compliance. Because they don't care, and corporate's on our ass, and they just say they don't have time, or they make excuses, but I just go in and don't talk to anyone and get my hands on it, fix it, and if they pull me away, they're the manager, what they say goes, but they're wrong, and they should just fucking let me do it. God damn it.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
It is fun, but there's new guys on the overnight shift, and the conflict resulted in some very firm talks between the shift leaders and the general manager, so obviously it wasn't communicated to them that, like, this is super important, you could lose your job if you don't do it. You're being defiant. Why isn't this happening? This is I'm gonna have to, what is the word for it? I'm gonna have to do corrective action on this, which is like, meaning it's documented. Because they're just not in line with the same goals that corporate wants us to have. And it's stupid to be under the thumb of corporate, but that's what it's like working for a corporation. You make them happy, they sign your paycheck, even if what they're wanting you to do is stupid. Like, they gave you a job, a bunch of people sitting behind a desk determining how you should do your job, and listen to them because they sign your paycheck, even if it doesn't work. Right?
Pretty much.
But, I told my GM, I was like, hey, on, eyes open, and mouth shut. So if you need to know anything, you can ask me. Or if there's anything I need to tell you, I'm going to tell you, but I'm not going to go out of my way to try and communicate too much with them. Because they don't listen and they get frustrated. Because they don't care and they don't want to hear it and they feel like I'm nagging. But they should be nagging me, right?
Maybe. I think so. Yeah.
Like, if I were to walk out of the store and stand outside for 6 hours and disappear and not do anything, the manager should be aware of that. Where the heck were they for 6 hours and how didn't they notice their I've never done that, but I'm sure there were times he wouldn't fucking know. Or it would have taken him a long time to figure out. I probably could have stepped away for 2.5 hours. Oh, I don't know about this game, dude. It looks fun.
It's fun. It's kind of slow right now because I'm like trying to figure some shit out.
I know. It reminds me a lot of fucking.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of puzzles.
The animation style, I don't care for. I'm picky. I'm just finished picking up the rest of my shit. I got started and then I got distracted. But I'm still here.
Where wild bears roam, King Coco lists his riches like coal, waiting to be woven into temples and gardens, warmed by the blood of my heart and the fiery springs of my tears. Speak aloud, my beloved, as you turn the key, and you may enter my treasure room.
How's your ma? How's your dad?
They're pretty good. My dad might be moving to Austin pretty soon.
How did I know?
What do you mean?
Because isn't Tesla moving to Austin?
Yeah.
Yeah, so how did I know your dad would be moving to Austin? Yeah, how the fuck did I know Mr. Goddamn Tesla?
Yeah.
Dude, 3 Teslas pulled up at Love's like last week. It was pretty sweet. In a line. Like, they were obviously together.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of fucking young kids. They were like 19. I'm surprised they didn't have a GoPro with them. When's the Cybertruck coming out?
Next year.
Bullshit.
Starting production late this year, I believe.
Okay, I need this one. My brother brought his friend from Virginia, who I remember from growing up. Last time I saw him was at my brother's wedding, but when I was young, he was around all the time. I mean, I saw him probably 3 or 4 times a week for years. his nickname was Dick Nose. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Let me get a hee or a ho-ho.
Yeah.
Speak aloud,
What's
my
Nene
beloved,
doing?
as you turn the key. Your son.
She's just chilling next
Oh
to me,
no!
watching
The
King of the Hill.
treasure! It's
Still
fallen in
working
the
at the
Zartros!
pet cemetery?
No.
Is it? It's not. He doesn't work at a pet cemetery?
No, it's Petco.
Oh, I was.
Petco, the pet company.
Are you guys both getting vaccinated?
Yeah, we both got our first doses. I got Pfizer and she got
Fuck
Moderna.
that. I'm not getting vaccinated. That's crazy. I don't even get vaccinated against the flu.
Why not?
I don't get a flu shot, dude.
I mean, why not this time?
Because if I don't get a flu shot, I don't see why I would get it.
I mean, it's a little different than the flu. If you get the flu, you get the flu. Some people die, some people don't. But my whole thing is this, like, if you can, like, lose your sense of smell. Taste and all kinds of shit. Like, I have a cousin who got it, sometime last year. It's been, like, 8 months or something, and she still can't smell anything. Yeah, and it can leave, like, lasting effects for the rest of your life. Like, fucking up your lungs and shit.
Badass. Battle scars.
I've had the flu. I almost died from the flu one time, but I didn't do it. Kind of
Flu's brutal.
it really is.
I've almost died from strep. That was fucking bad. How do you think I almost died from strep? That's kind of weird, right? Asphyxiation, because I couldn't fucking breathe. By the time I went to the doctor, they had to fucking stick a tube down my throat and put me to start fucking pumping air into me because I was about to fucking die.
Yeah.
Yep. They're like, why didn't you come to the doctor? And I'm like, because I can't get out of work. What do you mean? I'll get fired if I don't go to work. Because I'm sick. Unless I'm dying. And finally, I went up to my boss and I tried to open my mouth. And I started getting dizzy and they called me the ambulance. And I was like, this is why we need sick leave. Have you ever worked at a places sometimes have point systems where if you're late, it's like half a point. So if you're 2 minutes late, it's a half a point. It's half and half. Shit. So if you end up rolling in late, and they automatically fire you at 5, and you're on your deathbed, you've already accumulated 4. Do you die or do you go to work?
Probably die.
Or do you lose your job or do you go to work?
I die at work.
Do you get medical attention or go to work? Hopefully, your boss sends you home because they're attentive. You should know if your employee is sick, unless it's COVID. And I hate it when someone who doesn't have allergies just goes, oh, it's just allergies.
What the actual fuck am I supposed to do?
Well, I don't hate it, but I know people say that when they're actually sick because they want people to feel more comfortable. I'm afraid of what my reaction to the vaccine is. Because my tetanus shot fucking almost kills me. And I just don't get flu shots because I don't know what's going to happen. But the last time I got an immunization, it was a tetanus shot. It almost killed me. I know it's completely different, but if I don't have to, I would rather go through COVID-19 than go through what happened to me when I got that tetanus. That was horrible.
These are different vaccines, though. Do you know what they are?
I know it's different.
No, well, that's an mRNA vaccine, so it's not. Not doesn't have the virus in it at all.
Yeah, but my crazy ass would get it and just start freaking out, and it would all be in my head, and I'd get locked up in a loony bin. Okay?
All I got was a sore arm, and I felt like I hadn't slept for a day. For like half a day. I guess the second dose is supposed to be worse, but like, I don't know, it wasn't that bad for the first one.
My dad was pretty fucking screwed when he got his first one.
Yeah.
It didn't last long. He was good in like 12 hours, but he was fucked up. He's also diabetic, so it could be worse. I don't know how somebody with diabetes could be affected differently.
Oh, he's 20 as fuck. Okay.
I want the virus. Give me the virus. See, now if you would have told me the vaccine was the virus, bring that shit on. What is stop? Like it's an accident. What did you say it is again?
mRNA. I can send you a video if you want to watch it. It's pretty interesting.
No, I think I've watched it before.
It's actually it's something that's been in production for the last 50 years, and just like I think it was like a year before COVID happened, they finally like figured out how to make these kind of vaccines. So it was like super convenient.
He's waiting for you to beat him
Which
with
is
a
why I
whip,
only
for
had
he
to
has
work on
failed.
it for a short amount
I
of time.
thought he'd never
From what I know
What?
is they can
No.
build
No one deserves to be
parts
tortured
of
for
its
messing up.
genetic code
Just
to
live, learn, and
affect
try harder
and
next time.
create like a section of it that
But
compromises.
I wasn't perfect.
The
No
whole
one's
thing.
perfect.
Like,
I love you anyway.
I don't know if
Foster.
that was the one for the cold, for the common cold, but there's a genetically modified version
Ugh,
of
barf.
a certain part of the membrane that's injected into the body, and that part of the membrane is attacked by your white blood cells, and then they remember how to do it. And then when the whole thing comes in, that membrane gets attacked right away, and it all falls apart. Like,
I sent you the video, so if you're bored, you can watch it. If not, do not. It's interesting.
well, that.
It's knowledge.
Oh boy. Could you explain it?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay.
It's like 11 minutes long.
Fuck.
I know you just watch fucking shit anyways all the time. So.
What do you think?
So I know you just watch shit all the time anyway, so if you wanna watch that.
Yeah,
There you
but
go.
now I'm about to stare at that.
Good to know things.
I know what I'm gonna do. Alright, dude. 12 minutes long. I'm gonna go to bed, but I'm gonna want to try that.
Yeah, I'm about to get off after this puzzle phase. Peace.
Did someone say treasure?
Me and Fuss.
Let's nab it.
Thank you for all.
Phoenix, run!
My little fire.
Are you
Technically.
He did the
Ah.
Here, Fuss. You've repaid. You. Well, come on then. And I apologize. No,